Welcome to another video, guys. As you can see, it's a hot day. Probably know that yourselves though, if you're in the UK anyway. I don't like the heat. Not even been to the gym today. Been running around all over the place. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, that's relevant though. Neighbours are making a noise. Anyway, the struggling continues. Where's the camera? That side, that side, that side. There you are. The Chronicles of the Struggler continues. Might change the name of the channel. DLA, the Struggler. Got some heat. Got a blowtorch off somebody. Good idea or not? Probably not a good idea. Everything tells you not to heat it with a flame, but whatever. I don't know if you like this sort of content or not, but I said before when I started the channel, I think I'm just going to film whatever I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to take you along with me so you can be as bored as me. You just won't be dirty like me. Do you know what I mean? Sat in nice warm front rooms, watching me struggle on cars. But yeah, anyway. At least I can't moan about the cold or the wet or the rain or the wind. Positivity. That's what it's all about. Today I'm determined, and I'm not going to turn it into a 2, 3, 4 day thing getting these coilovers done. I mean, I might, but should be done in one take. One take, one video, one day, whatever. Anyway, let's stop going on. Let's get out there, warm this up. You know what as well, guys, I haven't actually even tried the near side front. Everything you've been watched me do so far has all been the offside front. So there is an option before I go to the next clip of taking the helper springs out. There are about 2 coils on these. They're not, do you know what I mean? They're like half the size of a normal helper spring. They're only there to locate the spring. Some people think they're there to do other things. They're not. They don't do anything. They close up all the way. They're never opened. They just locate the spring. That's it. They might help with some sort of, because I guess they're acting as a bit of a spacer as well, aren't they? So they might act as some sort of a preload helper, because of course once they're out of there, the spring will be loose in there when it's jacked up. So there'll be no preload on there, but I suppose they do 2 jobs, but whatever. They could go, but I think it's just going to be far too close to the floor, because even closed up and acting as a spacer, they're still going to be like that. Or like an inch, whatever. It's my inch. So if that goes too low, then I'm stuffed. Either way around, I still need to sort out the adjustment side of things. Keep looking in the wrong side. There's no camera that side. There's that side. Anyway, see you in the next clip. Right. You wouldn't believe that it seized. To be, I mean, you kind of would on the camera. You can clearly see, but the threads are just. They seem to have rusted up just around that spot, and they are quite rough, to be honest. So it might be slightly more than furred up, like I thought, but either around. Hopefully they've not been like that for too long. I mean, the rest of the threads look quite flipping fresh, you know. Anyway. Got a blowtorch, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, bad idea I know, but trying to kind of warm this up. You know, do I go with that? It might be no good anyway if they're not warmed up, so I'm not going to ruin them because they're no good anyway. And yeah, I know I've completely smashed that up, but what else am I supposed to do? What else? I don't know. I've tried a couple of different ones on there. Luckily, the ones that I've smashed up are the ones that are, obviously I've smashed them up because I've used a screwdriver with them, so, and it's the front facing ones, not the ones that this is going to be gripping to. However, it's not gripping all the way in because I don't have the H&R ones, so that might be why, but I'll give it a tap with a screwdriver again once I've warmed it up. If it's warm and it's, do you know what I mean? If it's hot, then hopefully it will just turn, but if it doesn't, back to the drawing. We're moving. We are moving. I know I'm doing it a butchering way, but the seat spanners I've got are just on the edge, as you saw, so this actually isn't marking it too badly. Now they're actually moving. And genuinely that was around 30 seconds of warming. So I'm hoping they're going to become free any minute now. But anyway, fast forward to me having wound it as far as I need to. Yep. Mangled, but the collar's particularly thick, goes back quite far, well, obviously to the shock, so doesn't look very nice. I could reshape it if I want to. I could change it. As I say, I've got several spare collars. So yeah, that's a bit of a guess. Normally I like to lock the wheel over and drop it to the floor and then make sure it doesn't hit this too much. Get it dirty. And then yeah, as long as I can get lock to lock, I'm happy. Maybe a little bit more, but on this occasion I can't do that. It'll be wheel off job every time I need to adjust this. So let's hope that I've got it around. I've been a bit savage there, I think, considering they're deeps and they're going to be 140mm drop. So if I go there, it's 140 drop. So let's hope that's all right anyway, considering the chunky old tyres I've got on there. Yeah. Right, so that's what I was on about. So for me, I know with the camber I could be a little bit cheeky, plus the tyre was just pressing up on the inside last time, so on this car, so, and it wasn't damaging it, so I had a bit of a trial run already of the tyre smacking here, so I could scrap the old my normal setup and go there, but on there that's about 5. I could go about 5 or more. That's pretty low, but I'd like it lower. I don't know how it's looking there. Yeah. How cheeky again. Right. Second side. The threads aren't actually as bad. This is purely, that is just muck in there. I guess it's not purely muck, but the other side's down, but I've just measured it on the, not on the flat to be fair, but I measured it. And once this side had been turned around to the curb, so the curb's a little bit kind of goes off on a camber, it drops the side down anyway, so it measures exactly the same. So I feel like I'm on the bump stops, which I didn't consider. I don't know where the bump stop is. Obviously I know where the bump stop is, but I feel like it was just a whole metal solid. Yeah, so you got that kind of huge piston, that wider part there, slightly slimmer part, sorry, there, where my finger's poking through there. You can note the width of that. Huge piston, absolutely huge, but I can't see where the, obviously, bump stops at the top, but I can't feel anything that's soft up there, that's acting as a bump stop. It's all just that thing all the way, so I don't know, maybe. I have to forgive the camera angle, as always, but yeah, it's not a bump stop as such. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe it didn't bottom out, maybe it's just the same height because I've just put this one into the curb. I don't. Whatever, let me get it onto the flat. It's got to be going lower, hasn't it, surely? Maybe it's got an internal bump stop of some sort. I don't really want to cut this open. There's a 6 elevating filming, as always. slide that all the way to the top. I feel, no, I can't. Anyway, I've not even tried this side yet, so let me see how it goes down. Hopefully it's alright. Alright guys, so huge improvement on this side. A little bit of heat was needed, but not a great deal. And I didn't mash those up. They were like that. I did melt that though, however. I know people are going to be telling me little plastic perch doesn't do anything. Well, might do something. Might make a little less noise. Having plastic in there, I don't know, but anyway. I could wind it by hand, but I gather it's going to be hot. Yeah, it's hot. Anyway, carry on with that. Get it dropped. Update on the bump stop that I couldn't find. ChatGPT. Shout out ChatGPT, by the way. If you don't use it, start using it. Pretty good. They've just told me that it runs internal bump stops because they're built for extreme lows. So no bump stops to cut down. So let's just hope it does actually drop low. If you didn't get what I was on about a minute ago, I dropped the other side, spun the car around, and then noticed that this side was actually the same height as the other side that I've just dropped by about 1 inch. So I figured it had bombed out on a bump stop. However, I'm not on level road as I just showed you before, so maybe that's the reason for it. So let me get this done. I'll drive and yeah, put it on a flat somewhere. Might drive Sainsbury's or something like that, and see where we're at. But either way around, job's done. So I don't mind that. I'll do a bit of fettling. Got a little bit of reverse rake. It would have been nice to run the front as low, so it matches up with that severe drop at the back. But yeah, extreme drop all around ideally, but it'd be nice if I can get the wheels up to the arch as well, but in the front. But maybe possible, I don't know. But we'll still be bottoming out, so I don't know what people are on about how super low these go. Well, I suppose they do. But I think I could quite easily max these out. But yeah, that's it. Alright. Got it down, got it done. Just got to drive to my mate's house in Daventry. Return his blowtorch. Thanks for that, Dave, if you're watching. But, I mean, the car looks amazing. I was so happy with it. And I pulled up there. Dave's lad's car's there. Looking where I'm going. Phone is in a holder, by the way. That car looks so good. It made mine look, you know, when it makes your car just look rubbish. I'm going to go home and park it up. No, I'm joking. His car looks amazing. Still love mine, but I mean his is on bags as well. Jesus, it looked good. Makes me feel like I want to put bags on it. I thought it would slam till I put it there. Anyway, probably sign the video out there, and I'll chuck a picture up of the car I took just now in Sainsbury's car park on the flat. Don't know if you can hear me or not. If you can, thanks for watching. Finally stopped struggling, and like and subscribe and all that, comment, and see you in the next one.